Hello, welcome to part 11, the Mega Man X hard type 100% tutorial, segment 2. So ideally you kind of want to open with this tornado shot that wipes everything out. And just kind of flow through this first section. So for this jump, you gotta watch your arm as you're falling. And again, depending on what kind of system you're using, the amount of input delay that you have does matter on your personal cue. So figure it out. There is a spot, one spot, that you can do a full height jump. You want to kind of start off with a tornado, dashing off this edge. There's a spot where you can make it to this ledge. If you get a little bit higher than that spot, it's possible to back it up by letting go of jump early instead of doing a full height jump. It's kind of difficult. But it does extend the range of what's makeable here. But to do the backup, you really want to be comfortable with making it over like that before you start trying to back it up, because you might find yourself in an instance where you think you would have ended up doing it like that, where you did it early, but in reality it might have still been a good one. Easier strats at this point, once you get over here, that easier strats, that jump doesn't matter. The whole point of that jump is to beat this first platform cycle. Now, there's a reason my save state is set up like this. So I see every time it flashes ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, start swapping. It's a short fall and you have to do a 4 swap. So taking it piece by piece. Easy strats for here. You get on here, you want to get on the right half and it'll push you. If you end up like that, sometimes you'll be in some trouble. Okay, that's kind of what needs to happen. Right there, that first part, you want to be on the right half of this, it'll keep you on the right side. And as soon as this platform gets to the corner, or as soon as yours gets to the corner, it's the same moment. The platforms are all on the same cycle of corner hitting. They all spawn at the same time. It doesn't really matter how you kill that guy. I prefer to use electricity because I use the electricity as well. Shoot 2 more times and it kills that bird. This part does take some practice, especially the backups. The backups are harder than the easy way. The way I'm getting to missiles so quick is I weapon cancel and right swap. It's a 2 press to get to missiles at any time, as long as there's no weapons on screen. You don't have to really delay that shot there, and you can just kind of walk onto the last one if you wish. It's faster to dash off to the side and get onto it a little earlier, but easier just once you're on here to take it easy. So if you do make that first jump, you can beat this first cycle and make it. But otherwise, if you miss, you end up on this side. I saved using the wrong save state, so I'm gonna... If you do the slower strat, if you're like, I'm just not gonna make it at all, you want to throw in a little swag, kill this guy with the Hadouken. I used to kill this guy with the boomerang, but then I got a phantom grab once, right around the middle of here somewhere. I got a phantom grab, I got the platform, and I think that was might have been my first experience with a phantom grab platform, where I really knew it was possible. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I just remember it surprised me, like, whoa, how did that happen? That was early on playing this game. Backups section. Okay, so if you miss, if you're trying to make the fast cycle and you miss, or whatever, if you get in this scenario, I should really just do this timing. I'm gonna do save here. Oops. I was supposed to miss it. So those kicks off the side, have to be timed really well. If you get yourself in a scenario where you can get a health drop, any kind of ammo drop or something, probably gonna kill you. Tornado that you shoot when you get here takes out the bats for you, and you get on the right side and you can make it to here. You cannot dash off the sides of these. Well, maybe to the left you can for some reason. But when going to the right, anyways, can't. And it is tough. It's an alignment thing. You can get crammed in the very corner of the thing, and if that happens, you'll get pushed farther out. But there's kind of a middle ground you want to be in. If you're too crammed in the corner, you'll get pushed out, and if you're too far out, you'll get pushed out. For this backup, you want that nice, happy middle ground there. You end up here, just keep kicking and back it up to this strat. That's about it with these, except getting on the left of this. It's good to do a kick to set it up, and it's one right before you need to. So your first few kicks are to keep you alive, and the next ones end up on the side of this. It's kind of hard to get on. Wrong on purpose sometimes. But anyway, right as it gets to the platform floor gets to the height of the ceiling is when right before is when you want to do your second to last kick, and then you do your last one real quick after it, and you want it to be dashing, and you'll fall with dashing speed to be able to make it onto the next platform. There's all sorts of ways to get through this part, but weapon-wise, personally I prefer to kill that guy with 2 sparks, and then do that weapon cancel like I said. 2 missiles and a third once the first guy dies. In this section you have 2 options. I fire the 2 missiles with a charge shot like that. That almost looked like 1 missile, but it's really 2. 2 swaps to the right. Do a rolling shield as you approach this area, and the second one will kill the bird. dash kick here, and when you press shoot to kill this last guy, start charging. Cool method is you can just kind of zip through this guy. The other way that you can get through that last guy, you always gotta watch out for drops. The other way is a farm method. As a backup, you can do it like this. Do the charge boomerang on the top left, so it takes out the top bats. And if you didn't get what you need, then the game will lag from this weapon being fired charged, and the drops will happen, and you'll see which drops you want. You can try and avoid ammo drops, grab the health drops, to get at full health to Hadoken Penguin without using precious health resources. Another way to get through here, instead of killing the bird, is to go over him. It's why we shoot that last missile, otherwise you really only need to, you don't need to kill that guy up here if you are just planning to rolling shield the ostrich. But if you want to go up top, it gets him out of your way. It's not absolutely required, but it gives you a much larger leeway to get through here. I use rolling shield to kill these two enemies personally. And I do my kicks as far away from the wall as possible. There is theoretically a faster way to get up here. Free spike boost. I don't do it. Something like kick up here, kick, double kick, spike boost. Go right to the boss. A little too risky, because if you miss this dash out, you just fall into the spikes instantly. I mean, it's nifty. Maybe someday I'll pick it up. But then pitching that ledge and getting past the guy before your iframes wear out, it's just a lot to save a little too much risk for me to add a dash out over spikes when I can just zip through this guy like pretty quickly. It does save frames away from the wall. Sometimes, given the scenario, you have to slow your roll there. Just a bit to get through. Yeah, I really want my health. Sorry, I'm gonna do this section again. Right. I think it's save state. Could have done it outside of the door. So you can Hadoken him from this side, jump on the wall, and jump over here. As you do that, you want to make sure his next action happens to the right. So wait till it starts. That way, if he jumps, then it doesn't really hit you. There is a way that you can Hadoken him a little bit faster. Take your 2 steps, and right there, you dash jump up while he's throwing his ice, and you wait till the certain moment that he decides which way he's gonna throw his next ice cube, and that gives you plenty of time to... Are you gonna throw some ice for me, bud? Oh yeah, but then he does it up against the wall. He is weak to ice as well. Brang. He's immune to spark. Fire. And yeah, that's it. But anyway, there's a certain moment when he stops. Like there. You can hit him with a faster second Hadoken. You get a very fast kill. little easier to go 1, 2, Hadoken. Something like that. Gets you to start fighting. Ice is a boss ammo for ranked up. Not for damage, but for ice sleds. Because we can do air Hado strats. If you don't want to do air Hado strats, use all the ice you want here. Or you can take a death after you're done fighting him. Use some of the previous tactics if you want. Hit him with some flames of fire, whatever you feel like. But sometimes here, you want to hop down this pit. Hop down the pit and die. These pits are pretty small, so they're actually kind of challenging. These are the size of ladder gaps. I thought I had one inside of Penguin's boss. Oh, here we go. Alright, this next section, you can hop over here, 2 wall kicks. Kind of proceed that way. Or you can watch your arms jump right when the top of your arm is about level with the ground. And you can kick off of that right there. And make it the next wall and make it up the next wall with a single wall kick instead of 2. It's only faster if you got a single wall kick off this side. You're only cutting out that second wall kick to the right. That. If you want to make sure you be wary of if you went too high and you're going to hit your head, that you come back to the left. Hit your head, you're not going to make it. So if you're going to miss it in the low direction where you only lose a few frames like that, instead of dying. Right here, right about this purple thing, do a little jump. If you dash straight off the side here, there's a good chance that... Okay, so you can make it if you hit your head, but, you know, whatever. You dash straight off of here, you can land in the mech. As you can see, my health bar is nice and happy. You gonna do it? Okay, well anyway. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes when you dash straight off, it'll hit the spikes, so it's not a good method. It does work most of the time, but every now and then you get your bad pixel alignment, bad sub-pixels potentially, and take spike damage. No one wants that. So you do want to do a tiny hop here. If you make it a pre-excel, you're not helping yourself. Not a pre-excel, it's a little hop. And you can, if you nick this wall just a little bit, that's like a good place to aim at. But sliding down it too much, that guy will beat you. So if you've got too much height, you have to let go of right, or you're not going to make it into the mech. And as you can see with all the spikes around, you kind of want your mech. You can land in there clean. Actions with the mech are better when you dash. Jumping, I'm mashing the jump button just to express the delay required between the next one. And I'll do a high jump and then I'll mash jump. Okay? But now I'll do a high jump and then I'll dash and jump as soon as I hit the ground. So, doing actions a certain way will get you faster actions. Dashing is your friend. Your dash just kind of resets your action. Jump immediately. You don't have to land. So you jump up to this first one. Next one, you can kill the enemy. Remember that the mechs are made of glass. You can do a nice pre-excel. You get that nicely, even though you're up against the wall. Not like when... Oh, I guess... when you're up against the wall, you can't dash jump. So you want to jump to the left, and it gives you a pre-excel. So it moves you more optimally. Punch this guy, and punch that guy as you're falling. Punching this guy, it's, again, with the whole mech action system. If you punch, I'm gonna punch and then mash jump. But if you punch before you hit the ground, you can end that action sooner. You can dash again. Even dashing, like punch and I mash dash, I can't dash until after I'm done punching. Where if I press it while I'm in the air, I can always dash immediately. Otherwise it looks like that. Punch, dash, instead of dash. That's the way you get past that next guy. So right here, I'm dashing and jumping for sure. I mean, it's kind of obvious because you want dash jumps, you want to always dash. But I just want to illustrate the importance of dash and then jump, or else you can't even jump as soon. It's so slow. I mean, just jumping is like jump, versus just shabam. When you're here, dash left, go right. Go up these really fast and kill them like that. Or you can go all the way to the right and despawn that guy. That's the easier way. It's a little slower, but it gets an enemy out of your face. And sometimes, for some reason, that guy's just in your face anyway. Yoshi the mech. Tornado works good here as well, but a tornado you have to wait for a brief moment for him to die. An ice shot, you can plant it inside of him and kill him instantly. Once you get to here, mech. Want to kill this guy, but it's faster not to. If you don't kill him, he can hit you. You can't avoid it. Like that. Glad that happens soon. So, kill him. A the second. And the next section, a nutshell. You want to charge up. If you go up to the left, you can actually hold up, dash kick off to grab the ladder. A little bit more convenient. As you're going up here, you want to start charging. And the reason I swap to, I like to swap to whatever weapon I need in a mech. Like as soon as I get in it, whatever weapon I'll use when I exit it. This can result in getting ammo drops sometimes, so it could be ideal to do it later in some circumstances. Although in the beginning of the stage I don't use ice, and I kill this guy with ice. I used to do it tornado, but anyway, there's a neat glitch. Alright, I won't worry about that. Loading mech glitch. Sometimes those guys will bonk you off the edge. In that case, you want to back up, get some charge fire. You really don't want to take damage here. You want to be at full health at this point. That's also why you don't want to, because it could really affect when you're at rolling shield for this part, sets you up. R1 is like a trigger. Shoot him with fire. 2 left swaps and kill this guy. This guy. Make sure you hold charge. To kill those guys, for easier methods, you want to get C-Sting. You want a big ammo pellet from one of those two. Because when you're at 4, that would give you an additional charge sting. I think what I will do though... Continue. Not worry about that. Right here, you can make this jump. This is a jump that can be done like that. Possibly with pixel alignment requirements, and if you jump frame perfectly before you can jump, you hit your head and fall instantly. Well, you don't jump here. Maybe I'm thinking of a different spot, but you can jump off of that. It's not really a good idea. Another way, if you don't want to fire wave that guy, you can just jump up here. It's really easy. 2 kicks and a 3rd dashing kick. Kick, kick, dash, kick. Remembering that wall contact is determined by the middle of your body. So in relation to the spikes, it'll only get to you if the middle of your body comes in contact. You jump from down here, you can do a kick and a double kick. Well, maybe not. Let's jump from up here. Get up here, kick, kick. Charge sting. That was a spike boost to avoid hitting the guy. If your C-Sting ends early here, you want to really avoid these shots. That wall guy won't really be a problem because he'll be down lower if you move swiftly, but you'll have to avoid this ladder shot right here sometimes. He'll go horizontal and be in your way, and then this guy will shoot downwards, and you want to watch out for that as well. You don't want to take damage here. So I dash out and do this, and then finish saying that. Oops. Let's save state so bad. Alright. This is better. Now I can go off spike head over here. Yeah, that has help, like I thought. So, continue charging. The Hotto fight. Once the edge of the screen gets in line with this bright bar with the arrow pointed at it, basically saying press dash here. Once the side of the screen gets to there, so when it's about there, you can press dash. And one full dash in wind will get you down to the spikes. Once you're down here, you're no longer affected by wind. So you want to utilize that as much as you can by dashing along the length of there. You don't want to jump early, or it'll take longer. Sometimes he will fly up almost right away. And then another full dash to the side. You notice I walked off the edge a little bit, but turned around right away. Also, with that turnaround, I was doing down left. I've already done the Hadoken inputs. You can do the Hadoken inputs before you're on the buster. So I'm going to unpause and mash the shoot button, and it's going to throw a Hadoken. You just sit here and throw Hadokens. If he starts diving, he's weak to a tornado. This happens, you can land in the spikes, down, forward, pause, heal, do a spike Hadoken. That happens sometimes in the initial phase. He'll stop flapping his wings when you're right here, push you into the spikes, and allows you to get another Hadoken hit off. Valuable. He's weak to spark, tornado, I don't think fire, sting. That's it. All for 2 damage. If, let's say you took damage now, or you plan on taking the death anyways. This fight leads up into Rangda. You have iframes, the tornadoes don't affect you. You can quite easily just switch sides in that scenario. Or do this. Oops. So that's good, you took one of the spike hits. Like, want to die to refill your health so you can do the Hadoken fight. Otherwise you have to go through so many Rangda cycles. He moves much faster, so and you can only 2-shot the nose for 2 damage a piece. It's a 4 cycle is the fast. It's not a 1 cycle. The fastest you can do is 4. Or 3, potentially do it certain ways, but so you really want to utilize Hadoken in the fight. So hop down the pit. If you want to take a death for easy strats, you can charge up. Taking the death can be a primary strat in that scenario, just to refill your C-Sting, unless you get that lucky, very rare big ammo drop from the wall guys. You can kick off of this wall like that, save a little time, F-jump this, and ways to get up here without C-Sting. You don't have to take an intentional death. You can charge up a boomerang and jump and slide up this wall. And before you're at the all the way height of your jump, release. Like that. This last kick, you want to be away from the wall because you're kind of where the spikes are. Right here. The spikes kind of act a little different in relation to the mid-body section, it almost seems. Maybe not. I don't know. Sorry I said that. And I didn't say that. But doing that takes out these spike guys, both of them. The ball and chain. And your next move is to drop down for a consistent 0 pixel, non-laggy spike boost. Or if you're insane, you can just do the spike boost right there from a super laggy section transitioning into a non-laggy section from a not close distance. It's pretty risky, so if you're gonna do this method, drop down and then do the kick. You can make it underneath this guy, or he gets brought when the screen moves up. You have to move the screen back down and up to spawn him. You can wait for him to go, like that. That did not kill the guy up there. So you kind of delay this shot. You shoot here to kill the first rolly spike dude. But then this shot here, you make sure one of the pellets goes above the enemy there. But you want to delay it a little so it hits the guy falling, ideally. But if you want to do safer strats, you let him live and then nothing spawns in your face. Since you're using the boomerang method, not the fastest way, you're already taking safeties. Might as well take one more consistent safety if you want. So, like that. After you fire your last shot, you want to be charging. If you took some damage, sometimes killing that bat will give you some health. You can grab that with a boomerang. Might need to hesitate a brief moment for the boss door. But as for this enemy, if the screen, only if the screen isn't scrolled all the way up, you can't really get past him. So you have to, at some point, bonk your head on this ceiling here, and then not drop the screen down at all. So you gotta go from hitting your head to there, and no lower than this surface. And if you're far enough to the right, a full height jump will miss him. Otherwise, you have to cut your jump short, and you're risking hitting spikes, which apply the methods of just keeping him spawned on the screen over there. So there I missed. Takes some damage. Ice, if you plant it inside of him, will kill him instantly because you'll get hit by the shards. And you can figure out for yourself, there's kind of a lot of places where it's safe. Just make sure you don't dash all the way into the spikes. But you can get pretty close to them. Like doing it from here, you gotta cut your jump short and it gets a little sketchy. A non-boomerang method, less laggy, and you don't have to drop down to set up the spike boot. Is just come up here with some ice, shoot one there. You can, even if this guy's shield is up, you can ice him because it goes inside of his body and destroys from within. But spike boost here. I was saying, delay that shot, and when you jump over here and kill him, start charging, and that'll give you enough time. Like that, like so. Those are the ways to get through that section. Rangda. I don't really want to use that ammo, but it's okay. I can always just hop in the spikes. I think I'll do that. I want more ammo for describing this fight. I've actually got a save state for here. Anyways, I should have just used that. Okay. Ideally, you want blue eyes. If you get a close blue eye, this is the eye you want to be looking at the start of the fight. This eye left. It has the... Okay, first of all, I'll say this. If you want to fight this guy easily, just fight him. Sparks, Tornado, and Green Shot are his weaknesses. And if you took a death, you'll have some for Green's charge strats, you'll have some ding ammo, you'll have all kinds of ammo. But always watch this close eye. You have 0.3 or less seconds to properly react to it. If that eye opens, you take a step forward, hesitate for just a few frames, and then jump up to the left with an ice sled. Like this. That would be the actions if it was a close eye. I'll do it again when the next eye opens. Like that. I'm pressing down forward and pause as I'm trying to land on the sled. If you get a far eye, far blue eye, you kind of jump up like this over here, up on the sled, and you throw Hadouken. It's nice to have healing tanks. You do the same action if it's a close green eye. Right here, I paused it a little early. My foot isn't quite set on the sled. Now I'm doing a dash, so it isn't gonna work. There's a couple of air Hado methods. I mean, it's unchanged. Look up how to do it. You can either use mash method, which do not double mash. Double mashing does not help for mash method. It makes it severely worse. Do a single mash. Because double mashes are focused around not pressing the button as much as possible with your fingers, where single mashes is about letting go for the least amount of time, essentially, or can be, and you need to be holding the button during certain frames, not just tapping it like that. Personally, I use one tap method. Just unpause with timing, like boom, boom, and it throws it over. The timing does change on a certain. So, the frame, that was probably. Now, the reason that that worked, the thing right here, you look at this for your visual cue, but I move forward a bit. You want to stay to the left, it gives you a bigger window. Because I moved forward a bit, the eye didn't move as far across, and it was coming back at a different angle. So if you keep in the right spot, the visual cue will remain the same. That's why you have to react or not. To the left eye, if it opens, you have to move forward. Now there I hit left, down, right. Make sure I didn't get a double tap dash, because if I just hit down, right again, I would have gotten a dash, and then I wouldn't have been able to Hadouken. So I paused it, realized my feet weren't set on the sled yet, hit left, down, right. Get 2 hit eye shots. As for this nose, there are multiple ways to Hado the nose. One is to wait till it opens up like that. That kind of timing, like open, shoot. Open, shoot. And shooting that sled from sliding down the right wall will give you a good scenario. I'm gonna talk about taking out the eyes. A far blue eye. Not what I want. You can also Hado them by walking over and Hadoukening. If you want to do an easier Hadouken method without air Hado, just run forward like this. That's where you want to be. You're gonna go for that. Anyway, with this nose, as the walls are closing, you can shoot an ice sled standing right when the wall touches that little orange pillar. And once the eye has been open for about 0.2 of a second, then you can airheado him. No matter what. Boom. Guaranteed hit. This orange pillar here. With the far eye, right, there's specific frames that it'll work on. When you get a far eye, the whole thing about it is you have to kill the eye when it's as close to you as possible so the Hadoken can travel far enough to break the other. You can do these double hit eye Hado strats in vanilla, but it's apparently not as worth it because fight is faster. If that happens, you get a far green eye, you do as fast as you can throw a sled up with the same general timing as like a left eye. Throw it up there. You have a 50% chance. If another eye opens, there's a 50% chance it'll be a close eye. And then if a third eye opens, you get 2-hit eye Hado. Worst case scenario, you get nothing and the wall's closed. That's or you can get one eye like right there. And then the eyes will be red from then on. As the walls close, as the walls open again, you can jump and shoot Nice Sled right about this height. Jump up against the wall as it's closing. Get the sled. If X himself goes too high, it can bait him to move up and out of the way of your Hado, and then you can, boom, Hadoken him. I still didn't get the far blue eye properly. Okay, cool. Now, that single tap Hado, you can use that to frame advance the game. Where the eye is right now, where the right side of the eye is touching the light inner band of the pipe, is often about the earliest that you can get an air Hado off and have it still hit 2 eyes, but sometimes it doesn't work from that spot. So I prefer, oops, anticipated it, need to pretend like I'm reacting. Right there, 1 frame later, where it's right in the middle, that will work. That is 1 frame later. And boom, you get 2 hits. This is 2 frames after that, and it still works. That's about the range, though, that you have. Any later, and you might not hit the first eye itself. Now, for killing this nose, I already showed the... Well, I didn't successfully show it, I guess. Getting the guaranteed auto hit on the eye. About 0.2 of a second of it being fully open. Then you initiate your Hado. And you can, Spark is very nice because you can shoot it down here and it'll hit them. And tornadoes are nice too for the multi-hits. And if you took the intentional death, of course you always have this green action in there. If you don't want to do air Hados, you can always just run out, do it like that. You can Hado by letting go of shoot from charge. always watch for that visual cue. There are... Oh, I don't have to get the healing focus. I'm gonna put a state here. For killing the nose. Oh, okay, so the opening method. That kind of timing. And then you hit down, forward, pause, but you want to do it after that little, there's a little like fire thing that shoots out. And it'll tell you which way he's going. Like that, down, forward, start. Sometimes, like if you time it perfectly, you won't even see which way he's going. You'll, by watching him, but you will be able to tell by looking at the thing. If it's on the left, it's gonna go up. If it's on the right, it's gonna go down. If he goes down, that's the faster thing. It's the down, forward, pause. As soon as you see that, no matter which it is, down, forward, pause on top of the sled. If it's down, you just throw the Hadouken. If it's up, and you wait till you get to the other side. I'm gonna wait a cycle. I'm waiting, trying to get the other RNG. But this is good, it shows you the timing. Okay, so there. He's up, out of the way, so then I unpause, and right before I hit this wall, I hit down, forward, pause again. Now you see how the ice sled blew up, right? I'm still on a standing animation, but the sled is blown up. That's no good. That's not gonna work. But you slide off to the right before the sled hits the wall, you hit down, forward, pause, do any potential healing you might need, and throw the Hadouken. Other methods. That's the consistent strat. The more difficult, that's a 2-cycle strat typically, which is still faster than shooting him, because 1 cycle will often be spent charging. That first cycle, though, it's possible if he goes down, you align yourself with him right as he's about to start moving like this, shoot your sled instantly, land on the sled, down, forward, pause, heal, throw the Hadouken. It's very tight. You only have a few frames of leeway, so you really have to focus on getting your feet on that sled as soon as absolutely possible. If he goes up, and you can slide down, you'll be in the alignment like here. I'll keep doing this until he... like that. You can down, forward, pause. You'll probably release your ice shot from pausing. Heal, you have to have more than 1 E-tank for this. And then you can do a spike Hado. And that's how you fight the nose. There is... if you get a close green eye, it's the same protocol as a close blue eye, except you're not going to hit the green eye. But you do improve your odds on getting eye hits. Because you throw a sled up, if an eye opens, you'll get at least 1 eye from that. If 2 eyes open and it starts with the close one again, then you'll get 2 hits from a left green eye initially. A left red eye, you're still gonna move forward a couple of steps right away because you're trying to react. Because you're trying to react so quickly to that eye opening before it's all the way opened. You're trying to do something. heal again, Hadouken. But if the close eye is red after you move forward a little bit, like you usually have to, you just want to book it to the other side. Red eyes are not good. And green eyes are not always the best either, because they can get you. If you get a close green eye, and you throw up a sled and try and Hadouken, and the result is a far green eye, yes, it is possible to hit it, but you have to kind of have anticipated the first green eye for that to be possible. So if the second eye is far and green after a first close green eye, or any green eye, then don't even bother going through the menuing and Hadoukening. Just abort and say, alright, Orangda said plus 10 here. Hadouken him like that. It's a good spot to be if you want to do grounded Hadoukens. Go here, sled over here. If it's a red eye over here and it's the one that just shoots one group, if you can get your sled up right before the shots get to the wall without getting hit, boom, then that's an ideal scenario. Like right before the shots get to the wall. But they're kind of in your way sometimes. You can only get 2 hits off this nose. It is not possible to get 3. And you can get a 2-hit from one tornado, but let's say you have extra tornadoes at the end. You want to shoot one like that, where it's getting hit by the tail end right as the eye opens, and that way you can shoot the next one sooner and get 2 frame perfect final hits on the last cycle if you're fighting the nose. That really seems to be all I have to say about that. Practice this boss fight. Improve your reaction time if you want to do all-out air Hado strats. When this fight doesn't give me air Hados I can do, I just don't usually kill him that way until I'm out of ammo. There are RNGs that block your ability to air Hado, but a majority of RNGs allow you to air Hado, and this fight can go very fast, a decent percentage of the time. That's really all I have to say, except at the end of the fight, if you get bonked right as you're killing him, you can move around, kind of like on Spark Mandrill stage. And since it's one of the end levels, you can switch weapons too. So it's one rare thing that happens. I've only had it happen twice on here. 3 times actually, yeah. I've been playing this game longer than that. So, practice Orangda, wish for blue eyes, auto. Learn the pixels, learn the frames, and then you'll go fast. Thanks for watching. See you next time.